Cool. All right. So recapping Friday, or Friday the 1st of September, using the indices page. Like here's an example of how NQ can be used on the website to identify where trend is going to go. So what we have over here is our view of NQ, but we're using NDX to like key off of. And what we then do is like we run our own models to then basically identify where positioning is. So over here on the left, you can see me hovering over on our color bar, which basically allows you to like identify the most positive positions. And as you can see over here, like it all highlights right there at the very top. You can see gamma basically cooped right up at where we started for the day. The time on the below is in GMT because it's specific to your time zone. So 2:30 would be when market opens for us here in the UK. That's 9:30 EST. As you can see, like as 9:30 kicked off, which is basically here, it already started to roll off, right? Once that rolled off, we then dumped. And you can see that right there too. So if I zoom into it, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. So hovering there, and then right there it's rolled. So if I stay here, you can't see it anywhere beyond the 9:30 zone. That rolled. As soon as that rolled, we started to sell immediately, near enough. You then had a move straight down to the next most, well, not the next most negative level, but if you look at where positioning was, the most negative area was around here, around minus 2.3 billion, or 23 million, 23.4 million negative. So if you look at that, that's an area that you were probably like identifying to try and get long. Also, actually, the first negative position that we hit, you can see when I scroll over here, is around there in the middle, right? That's our first point of bouncing. So you can target that for a long. We then rejected again at the next major positive level around like 10 mil, trading around 15,550, and then from there it was a short again down to the next most negative level, trading around 15,450 on NDX, which you had a couple of like 40 points up. You're basically trading at 15,490 on NQ. Moving across, then you can see like how we kept wafting back up. So if I scroll over here, you would see the same thing, right? The negative positions right over here at 15,380-ish, 375-ish, which is roughly around 15,420 on NQ. Those levels started to dump, right? They dumped just before our major move up, right here. So once they dump, then you're like, okay, well that's my room to potentially go a bit long. But over here again, like once you hit your next like negative level, effectively we stopped out again and then it's pulled back down and so on. So these are areas that you can use to basically identify how you can take a trade. But as you can see, every time we got there at the top, put started increasing again because they picked right back up every single time we hit the peak. So you see right there, they picked up again, and then they drained, and then we just had this like constant flow of just like continuous dump and then pump and dump and pump, right? Cool, hope that makes sense and that explains Friday's action.